Welcome back, guys, to Horizon Forbidden West, where last episode, after descending upon the Shining Waste North Rebel camp to clear it out, we came across another vista point guarded by Widemore as we located the Memorial Grove. We then finally arrived at Aether's coordinates and entered the Tenakth stronghold situated around it, meeting Dekka, who is escorting us to the chieftain of all Tenakth through halls decked with holograms displaying the exploits of the Ten. Interesting. Columbia drop.
Hey, Outlander.
Hey, you the black box person?
Relic you wear can hear the voices of the old ones. Is this true?
Yes.
You have an old world recording?
This box was speaking with voices of the old ones, but now there's noise over them.
Let me take a look. Where did you find this?
We took it from an Oseram Delver. She was trying to steal it, and other artifacts from Tenakth territory. The others were going to bury it in the sand with her, but then I heard the voices.
Well, the data here is badly corrupted, but...
Delta Juliet 9, you are weapons-free and clear to engage the swarm. Good hunting.
Copy that. We'll buy Zero Dawn the time you need. Delta Juliet 9 out.
The voices of warriors from the past. And that Oseram wanted to sell them for shards. The bravery of the Ten should be remembered.
I'm not sure what you mean by the Ten. These voices came from the final battle of the Old Ones.
Another battle? I could learn more about it if I could find the other boxes. That Delver did say there might be more recordings to be found in the wreckage of ancient flying machines. She claimed she had a way to locate them.
Yeah. The box with the voice data on it is emitting a locator signal. I could use it to find the others.
If you do then, bring them back here. I will see to it that they're treated with proper respect. Whatever sacrifices were made by these ancient soldiers, we will honor them.
I do have a few.
I've already found a recording.
I'll take any you find. Let me give you something for it.
I take it I don't have to give them in bundles? Interesting. So... we trade them in literally for a resource. Why would I trade it for anything more than the high tier? I guess, you know, some of these are interesting. Thunderjaw Tail, Stormbird Storm Cannon. Well, okay, it looks like you can only buy one of everything. So let's buy all the really rare stuff first. And then work our way down to the incredibly cheap stuff. How about it? That makes sense, I guess.
These voices will be kept here. They will be remembered.
Do you get many Oseram Delvers in Tenakth territory?
Fewer every time we catch them, but those thieving rats would do anything for the shards. There'll always be some who'll risk coming here.
And what do you do with the ones you catch?
Delvers spend their lives in the dust. So we bury them in it. Alive.
Okay, nice.
Why do you want these recordings?
Every battle teaches its soldiers. We should learn those lessons and honor those who fell. That is our way.
If I find more of those recordings, I'll bring them back to you.
If the 10 knew, right, that they were being... the supposed 10 knew that they were being worshipped in this way, or at least honored in this way. Ego Inflator! Black Box Exhibit. Exhibit allows us to hear their final moments. Using an interface donated by Sterling Malkeet, we can listen to any flight recorder that employs the industry standard AirFR encryption protocol, version 3.5.4 or later. Simply place a black box in the interface to listen to its contents. Please maintain a respectful silence as you hear the voices of the fallen. I see you.
My focus can detect beacons from those recording devices. Should help me to find any others that are still out there.
It's on the other side, but I can get the data point. Feedback. I have no clue what this is now, and then we're just scanning it through a wall. Much of a gun at all. Jamming all the time before it blew up in your face. What on earth is it doing in a museum? If there's a hell for guns, it belongs here. Gracias por preservar esta historia. That's just thank you for preserving history, right? My husband and I were pleasantly surprised by the serenity of the crater in its current form, a telling landmark after all these years. Its silence, a stark contrast to the violence of bygone days. Joe was here with my brother, but he's a wiener. Medina this, Medina that is all I heard. In every exhibit, my father knew the Medinas from when they were just hauling rare earth in Arizona. Let me tell you, them folks ain't the heroes of this story or of any story. I should have. Joey was here with my brother. That would have been a better voice for it, wouldn't it? The correct one. I feel like I should wait before scanning most of this stuff. Nope, something here. Of their writing. What the hell is that noise? From Decker, the wise and patient chaplain of the Lowland clan, I finally learned the answer to a question that had long vexed me. Before my capture, the only Tenakth I ever had a conversation with, if one could call it that, was a prisoner at Sunstone Rocks, as from Fashav, of course, who spoke of taking the blood and children of her enemies as her own. Her rant seemed to confirm the lurid stories about the Tenakth I had read in my youth. Yet in all my time in the Forbidden West, I have never seen such barbaric practices. I wanted to know if there was a truth to the prisoner's words. There was. Those were the old ways, Decker clarified, dating from the constant warfare between clans of years past. Since the ascension of Chief Hekkaro, such practices have been outlawed, though not completely abolished. A few stray recalcitrants and exiles still cling to them. Intriguingly, the acts themselves were never as malicious as the Kaja portrayed them to be. Tasting the blood of a fallen foe was meant to honor their martial deeds, and orphan children were taken from conquered settlements to be raised as equal members of their new clan, which was considered to be a merciful outcome. I cannot help but see myself in this context, an orphan of sorts, taken in by a new tribe. It hasn't been easy, and there are still those in the clanlands who would reject me. Still, the more I learn about my new people, the more I see a nobility that the Kaja have omitted from their records. Alright, let's resume from here, but there's actually... Whoa, I've been missing all of these! Staff instructions. They just put them up there as, like, relics, but they can't read them. Could you please inform relevant staff in maintenance, hosting, and security the following new opening and closing protocols? I've already briefed Dwight and Shania at Musek. Thank you, Micah. Opening the gallery rooms. Holographic displays should all be live 15 minutes before opening time. Inspect showcases for smudges and wipe with dry cloth if necessary. Inspect outdoor areas for temperature and humidity. Closing the gallery rooms. Make sure the cleaning robots have finished their sanitation rounds. Double check for restocking of supplies. Sign off on cleaning, usually with Ned. Escort cleaners to safe entrance, or staff entrance, sorry. Final rounds, hand over to night security through music. Exit through staff entrance. Who'd have guessed? I think I could do this job. 73H exhibit. So, data corrupted was the origin of Executive Order 2036 30,073 H. Yeah, sure, that's how we read it. Which used congressionally granted emergency powers to mandate the evacuations of most counties in the region outside of Los Angeles, Las Vegas, and Phoenix. Displaced families and individuals would be moved to temporary camps before places could be found for them in habitable areas. To enforce the order, the government threatened to nullify existing water agreements between the Northwest and Southwest, essentially turning off the taps for the so-called Tri-State Hot Zone. To its supporters, 73H was a humanitarian effort designed to preserve resources and help climate-stricken Southwestern families start new lives. To its opponents, the order was a clear bait and switch. The federal government had broken its deal with Medina in a greedy land grab that employed eminent domain to seize mining claims. At the same time, it would place Southwestern refugees in fenced-in camps, which were quickly disparaged as 73 Hell, a vision that incited immediate... Why corrupt there? Why? What was going down?
Aloy, it's been a while since Bleeding Mark.
Hey! You got it fast!
Well met, Aloy. I was hoping we'd run into each other again after the flood and Bleeding Mark.
Natika. So you did it. You're part of the Chief's Guard now.
It wasn't an easy choice, but yes. After you left, we laid Kentok to rest, and I thought about what he said. He served his clan, his tribe, as best as he could. I have to do the same.
I'm sure he'd be proud.
And he'd reprimand me for allowing myself to be distracted.
Can't have that.
Thank you again, Aloy. Strike true as the 10.
10 in the mountain.
10 claimed power in the desert. 10 seized the desert. Others feared the raging sands. Their soldiers bring the enemy behind us.
What's this one about?
The 10 waged war against their enemy in the desert heat, a land too harsh for any to survive. But against all odds, they prevailed. So the Desert Clan does the same. You must have passed through their territory on the way here.
Yes.
I did. They seem a little extreme.
They take that as a compliment.
It seems so weird to be like, the 10 did this, the 10 did that.
At last, any crowd, the 10 were defending the local mountain land.
During their war, the 10 climbed sheer rock, braving blinding snow and wind. They stopped at nothing to protect their own.
You make them sound invincible.
They weren't. But the visions tell us of their courage and strength, something our soldiers aspire to. The Sky Clan admires this one above all the rest. They make their home in the mountains northwest of here.
I feel like the 10, it's not just the 10, so there's something, it's like part of a sentence, right? But it's all ended up as the 10. Surely there's not like a museum about 10 soldiers randomly, but... Mambus Machine. Exhibit shows holographic representations of all 7 G-Sin battle drone models deployed during the conflict. JTF-10 rapidly made a mockery of G-Sin's non-lethal approach. So JTF-10 is a squadron, isn't it? It's just not the 10. In engagement after engagement, whether it was a surprise artillery barrage from the frigid slopes of Gold Mountain north of Big Bear Lake, or a desert ambush near the solar plants in the Nevada desert, or a wingsuit jump into the jungles of Colombia to stop an attack on a rare earth convoy, JTF-10 soldiers repeatedly proved that state-of-the-art AI and newfangled weapons were no match for human cunning and data corrupted. But I guess it makes it sound more cool for them, having it be just supposedly 10. So where have I been and where haven't I been? I talked to you, I just haven't gone this way. I think actual soldiers, just more soldiers.
What's this?
It was planted there by the chief. Ask him if you're curious. It's his tale to tell.
Okay.
Okay, it's just a random spear in the ground. Hall of Heroes. Welcome to the Hall of Heroes. This room is dedicated to the memories of Roberto Medina, who financed and led the campaign against the federal government and its fleet of General Synthetics battle drones. Okay. What? Colonel Edward De La Hoya, commander of JTF-10, the brilliant strategist and veteran soldier who held off numerically superior federal forces. Colonel Anne Faraday, the legendary orator who oversaw early reconciliation efforts, and all those who lost their lives during the campaign and the Battle of Mohev. Is there another succession or something because of the stuff that went on? They secede. That's the correct word, right?
The chief is inside. Are you ready to see him?
I'm kind of confused. I'd love for this to tell me what happened.
I'm ready.
Good. Come.
It's a cool use for a Jetfire.
It's underneath the throne.
I will see you soon, Outlander.
The savior of Meridian. I am told you held back Regalla's forces outside Barren Light. And defeated her champion, Grutta, in single combat. Impressive.
I met Fashav there, too. He said you were a great warrior. And a man of honor.
His death is a painful loss among many. We will not soon recover from the massacre of our marshals. But if you are here to pledge your service, that could help considerably.
I am not here to fight for you. I need something in that basement. Something that will save many lives, yours included. It's not something you can see, but it is there.
I have seen it. You have named your price. Now I name mine. With my marshals dead, I need your spear. Help me defeat my enemies, and I will grant you access to the chamber below.
I don't have a price. I am not a hired killer. I'm here to save lives, more than you can count.
I count the corpses of marshals slain. I count hundreds more Tenakth, whose lives hang in the balance. I will fight for them. I will kill anyone who threatens the peace, and you will too, if you want me to open the door to the chamber below.
Okay. So by that logic, what's stopping me from killing you right now? And taking what I need to save everyone?
You could try. You might even succeed. Either way, you must fight. My way might hold off Regalla and the slaughter she craves.
Fine. What do you need?
I need more marshals to keep the tribe together. Such warriors can only be promoted at a trial by combat called the Cool Route. I've sent out a call for the competition, but since Regalla seeks to undermine me, she is certain to attack it. She'll want to kill me in front of the assembled clans.
So what, you want me to be your bodyguard?
No. To defend the Cool Route. But there is more. Knowing Regalla will attack, one of the clans had balked at sending their contestants. You must go north and force Tekote, the commander of the Sky Clan, to submit and send his best.
Force him to submit?
Do whatever is necessary. I can't hold the Cool Route with 2 of the 3 clans in attendance. Marshal Untalla will assist you. He was maimed at Barren Light, but he can still be of use. I sent him ahead to the northern village of Stone Crest. Meet him there, and he will guide you to the Sky Clan stronghold. If you have any questions about your mission, now is the time.
This guy diplomacy'd quite good and got Aloy cornered pretty easily, I guess. Plus his voice is blooming cool, so I can listen to it for a lot longer, which we're going to do.
Fashav called Regalla your greatest mistake. Why?
That is not your concern.
Really? I fought against her forces at Barren Light, and I don't even know what her problem is.
She was the deadliest of my marshals. The point of my spear.
So what happened?
Above all, Regalla despises the Carja who burned her younger brothers alive. After we turned back the Red Raids and tore down the battlements of Barren Light, she hoped to chase them all the way to Meridian. She could not see the cost of such a war, nor the benefits of peace after the Mad Sun King fell. When I accepted Avad's entreaties, she went mad, called me traitor, challenged me before the marshals.
What did you do when Regalla challenged you?
If you were Tenakth, you would know that such a challenge cannot be refused. It was not easy to subdue her. I bear 7 scars from that fight. The other marshals wanted me to execute her on the spot, but I found I could not sever the bond between us. Her loyalty had been as boundless as her rage, so I spared her. Rather than mercy, she took it as a humiliation, one she will never be free from.
Made a bit of a mistake then.
So Regalla wants you dead.
She does. But that will not be enough. She won't rest until all 3 clans fall in behind her as she marches on Meridian. Who knows? With machines under her control, perhaps she can raise it to the ground.
It's been tried before.
So I hear.
I'm sorry about Fashav. He seemed like a good man.
More than a man. A bridge between Tenakth and Karja. No Outlander ever earned our respect as he did. I had hoped he would be my voice in Meridian. That peace with the Karja might become something more.
An alliance?
In exchange. The Karja have much we lack. Our deeds are written in ink upon our bodies. Our memories die with our flesh. But the Karja never forget. Their deeds are written in book and scroll.
You wanted to learn from him.
As I learned from Fashav. He will be missed.
What exactly is the Cool Root?
Where once the clans fought each other, now we fight as one, against the machines. That is my law made manifest in the Cool Root. Each clan must send contestants whenever I call for the ritual. These contestants face trial by combat against machines in an arena just beyond these walls. Those who distinguish themselves become marshals who bind the tribe together as peacekeepers.
You called them peacekeepers, but the marshals I met at the embassy were warriors.
Warriors, yes, but more. They renounce the clan that birthed them and pledge themselves to order and peace. They enforce my law. They settle disputes and stand for Tenakth in parley with other tribes. Without them, I cannot rule, which is why you must ensure the next Cool Root takes place.
Really is the Wild West, isn't it? Of course Aloy wouldn't know that.
Why won't the Sky Clan send contestants to the Cool Root?
Of the 3 clans, they have the most defensible base, protected by a mighty wall called the Bulwark. Their commander believes he can wait out the war between Regalla's forces and my own, safe behind his barrier.
Staying strong, while you and Regalla weaken each other.
You think like a seasoned marshal. Good.
Why send me to deal with the Sky Clan?
All Tenakth respect strength, and you drove Regalla back at Barren Light.
That and most of your marshals are dead?
Correct.
What about Katalo? Can't he do it by himself?
He is maimed. They will no longer respect him.
That hardly seems fair.
What is fair about losing an arm? Whether they respect him or not, Katalo still has worth. He knows the Sky Clan. He was raised in their base. He will guide you well.
You said you saw what's in the basement?
I did, on the day of my greatest victory.
What do you mean?
For a dozen generations, the 3 clans battled for control of this hallowed ground. Only I achieved it. I fought for years, killed whoever stood in my way. When I had finally slain all rivals, I stood alone in the grove. Victory was mine to savor, or so I thought. Thunder roared from the east, and a bolt of blue struck this place. That chamber.
Gaia dies, and Aether arrives.
All around me, the visions of the grove grew louder and brighter, and suddenly a new one appeared before me. The old one spoke, and what they said changed everything.
What did the old ones say to you in this new vision?
The one called Faraday foretold the growing danger of the machines, and said we must unify to stop them. She called for marshals to enforce the peace. Then the vision faded, never to be seen again. I marked the spot where it shone with my spear, and I took Faraday's words to heart. Renounced war between the clans, trained warriors to fight machines, ordained marshals through the cool route. Since then, the tribe has been at peace, until Regalla attacked at Barren Light.
And the chamber, beneath the throne. You went in after the vision?
I did. Inside is an ancient device. It hums with power. You will see it for yourself after the cool route. This I swear.
I'll do what you want, and go north to deal with Dakota. But you'd better not forget about our deal.
You will have what was promised, if you succeed. Speak to Dekka on your way out. She will arm you for the road ahead.
Weapons sound good. Yeah, that one vision did change a lot about him, didn't it? What if I just, Oh, I guess, you're in the way. Outdoor exhibits. To all guests of the museum, please remember to wear light protective clothing when visiting our outdoor exhibits. Dust goggles, gloves, sunshades, and respiratory masks are available free of charge at the service desks near the corridor. The crater area has been scrubbed of all radioactive materials and is therefore completely safe. Didn't mean to scam whatever that was, but I did.
Best move up. Marshal Patalo is waiting.
Well, there's still more things to read here, you know. De La Hoya exhibit. Among these was Colonel Edward de La Hoya, Data Corrupted First, commander of JDF-10, a deeply charismatic officer with family ties to Roberto Medina. De La Hoya grew up near the Arizona-Nevada border and was responsible for having the task force based near Tucson. Tucson? Several of his subordinates had families in the area. All of them were apoplectic about 73H, despising it as an unforgivable federal overreach. The threat of being driven off their land, no matter how uninhabitable it had become, resonated with soldiers throughout the unit and beyond, many of whom were from conservative states or areas affected by climate change. As the Melisur agreement took shape, Medina consulted with De La Hoya, who then took the case to his top lieutenants. Everybody agreed that the federal government was likely to send drones against the water fleet. De La Hoya, who came to prominence as a pilot, told the others that he was prepared to single-handedly take on the drone squadron in. It really has like a succession based on land, but based on the government making decisions about the fact that the land was going to be literally... Tucson. Okay, sure. Tucson. Literally going to be uninhabitable, but you can't take Merlin. But then there was other stuff going as well with those camps and stuff, so can't really say it's just that. The job went to Anne Faraday, born and raised in the hot zone. Needles, CA. And a colonel in the Air Force. It says could be needless, yes, sure. When De La Hoya instigated the takeover of bases in the region, she had been at a center, so didn't fight in the war, but was instrumental in peacefully evacuating other neutral personnel. During the conflict, she became one of the nation's leading voices for a non-violent solution, which combined with her familiarity with the region and military background made her credible to both sides. 3 months into her appointment, Faraday gave an address to Congress, ostensibly as a progress report, but actually a ringing statement of purpose. She transcended her usual plain-spoken military directness, passionately highlighting the need for community and unity in the face of an uncertain future dominated by climate change and increased automation. It came to be regarded as one of the finest moments of oratory in history, I guess. Alright, is this over here too? This is about Medina. Defiance of the federal government. Medina declared that he would dedicate all the profits of his mines to habitation efforts, helping as many Southwesterners as possible stay on their land. This unselfish rallying cry echoed throughout the hot zone, causing other mining interests and businesses to follow suit. The federal government responded by following through on its threat to cut off water supplies. This only galvanized... Why would you do that, though? This only galvanized the protest. Medina's alliance signed a multi-year agreement with the South American water cartel Melisur, a joint effort by... Again, it looks like dumb choices on multiple ends.
The cool route can't begin without the Sky Clan's challenge.
Who even knows? Nice tree, though. Right. So, I'm supposed to leave and talk to Dekka again. Somewhere here would be that oration that would appear here, I take it. I mean, if everything still works. A spear got driven into it after all. Possibly not the best idea by that guy. AKA politics. Yeah, pretty much. So you're supposed to gear me up, are you?
Come, let us speak.
Well, no, in a second. I just found another thing. No, wait a second, I already read this one, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Hekarro said you have something for me?
A weapon to aid your mission. You'll need it for the long road to Stonecrest. Many machines prowl along the way, and our scouts have sighted Regala's rebels in the area.
Machines and rebels. Nothing I haven't faced before.
Indeed. Head north towards the foothills. Ascend its slopes until your legs burn and the chill air catches in your chest. Then you'll know you're in the Sky Clan's domain. Strike true as the 10, Aloy.
Thanks for making that hike sound fun. Tear precision arrows are now available for one of your sharp bows. High tear damage with a compressed air blast, using to remove armor plates from tough opponents or detach useful components. Hello. Where were you all my life? So the moment our sharp bow is the not the cleaving one. That is what I think it is, right? The brrrr. Makes sense, yeah? You get exactly what I mean by the noise. 100%, yeah? Sounds like it anyway. We all get it. That slot's locked. I've really got to upgrade some stuff. Well, let's put that in place, the sharp slot bow then. And they make 4 per pack. It's quite expensive. 30 machine muscle. I can't really make too many of them then. Bye, guys.
If I'm gonna get Aether, guess I'll have to play along with Hekarro. I better meet up with Marshal Untalla at Stonecrest. It'll be faster if I ride a machine.
Or it'd be faster if I fast travel because I've at least made some of the distance for us. I really need to actually visit some place with a workbench, but hopefully one will be on my way. Want me to follow the road, do you? I may as well, is there? A tall neck? So funny how they've made it so, like, you want to map the land? Don't be dumb. This is not gonna happen.